Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to Island Sports pregame coverage of the Semifinals. I'm your host, I guess, Carvalho, the co-founder of Island Sports, here with Christopher Scott. How are you doing?
I'm good.
All right, so we hope you guys are going to enjoy this. I want to remind you that this game is going to be live on islandsports.net or our app, Island Sports Network. You can get it in the Apple Store or the Android Store. We have a special promo code just today. Search playoffs in the discount, and you'll get the whole month for about $2.99 US or about 400 Jamaican dollars, around there. So the promo code is playoffs. You'll get Mount Pleasant versus Portmore and Cavalier versus Waterhouse and the finals and the rest of the playoffs. So how are you feeling about today's matches?
I'm very excited about today. It's going to be Portmore United and Mount Pleasant first, and then we have Cavaliers and Waterhouse. So it's supposed to be a mouth-watering encounter. Portmore United, who are the defending champions, won the cash prize last year, won it this year again, and won it with authority, to be honest. And then they're out to defend their title against a team that many expect to lift the trophy because of so many experienced players going over there. Romario Campbell, Cardell Bembo, Ledale Ritchie. So there are a lot of experienced players that went to Mount Pleasant that persons expect them to actually be the winner of the trophy. So I think that overall, I think both matches are going to be good, especially the first match because Mount Pleasant and Portmore share the spoils. The first match of the season was Mount Pleasant versus Portmore. Mount Pleasant won by a goal to nil. Portmore won by 2-1 in the win that they got, and then there was a 0-0 draw. So I think that's going to be a very watering encounter. Also, the reason why I think that Waterhouse and the Cavaliers is going to be another exciting match is that Waterhouse are looking out for revenge. They've played Cavaliers 3 times and they've lost 3 times. So I think they're going to go looking like a shark in water, smelling blood, and hopefully going to finish it off at the National Stadium here.
Yeah, so going on that, if you haven't noticed, we are in the National Stadium today for the semifinals. It's the first time they've had semifinals here in the National Stadium.
Right.
So it's going to be a pretty intense affair. We're still seeing persons come in. We're probably going to expect more people coming for the second game, but one ticket gets you into both games. So hopefully we get to see a bit more of a crowd here. But I think it's going to be a great match. I've been here all year long watching the whole season, and it's great to finally be at the climax of the season. 1 month to go, less than a month to go already. And I think Mount Pleasant and Portmore is going to be the more interesting of the game because Mount Pleasant are the newcomers, with Portmore being defending champions for 2 years now. So we'll see if it's really, I wouldn't call it a David and Goliath, but I would definitely say it's new versus old. And so what would be your edge given to Mount Pleasant or Portmore?
Alright, so what's going to be the difference maker for Portmore is the way they control the pace in the middle of the park. You have persons like Lamar Walker and persons coming off the bench like Rodney Smith who can really change the aspect of the game for Portmore United. And the edge for Mount Pleasant, their wing players. You know, the use of speed and skill will be the testing strength because Portmore United, yes, they're the defending champions, but I don't think they have as much speed as Mount Pleasant. You know, Kemar Beckford, Romario Campbell, Cardell Bembo. So they have more speed on their side. So I think they can use the flanks to the best of their ability. Hopefully they can get some good crosses in. And there's a tall figure that's striking for them. And that man is Francois Swaby. So he's not the shortest of players, I can tell you that. More so maybe a Peter Crouch type player. If you guys don't know, Peter Crouch played for Liverpool, played for Stoke City. And he's very tall. So set pieces, they're going to have to use set pieces to their advantage. Even though you have the tall figure of Rosario Harriet, they're going to need set pieces to go their way, Mount Pleasant, and they're going to have to use their speed. But I think if Portmore United control the middle of the park the way they can and they're able to, then it's going to be very, very troublesome for Mount Pleasant.
So it's going to be a great match. And now, talking about that match, now we go to some of the Cavaliers isn't necessarily an old club, are they? Or at least new in the Premier League, they've been up and down. So now they're going up against Waterhouse. Now, there's a couple interesting storylines I wanted to talk to you guys about today. The first one is a rematch between Portmore and Waterhouse. It would be very interesting to go to the finals. What I think would be more interesting would be a Mount Pleasant versus Waterhouse final. So Mount Pleasant, actually, they're coached by the former coach of Waterhouse from last year, who last year Donovan Ducky took Waterhouse to the finals. So I think that would be a more interesting matchup. What do you think would be the best matchup for the finals, or do you feel like any of these teams is going to be an exciting matchup?
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say Cavaliers versus Mount Pleasant. It would be Ducky going to the finals and for the second time in his second straight year. But I would also say that finally, if Cavaliers go to the finals, finally we will see the youth system working for Cavaliers and going forward. Like I said, Cavaliers, nothing new this season. Remember that they play 30 plus games, so they play each team 3 times. They've played Waterhouse 3 times, and they've come out with victories 3 times. So I think that the story behind Cavaliers going to the finals will be that finally Rudolph Speed's youth system with Alex Marshall, Marsh, Hamilton, Rankin, those people would come into effect, and it would come to fruition heading to the finals. Donovan Ducky would probably prove that, listen, I went to the finals, but this is not the first time, and I was eluded the trophy. Now I want to go and finish it off. And then look at Portmore United. I would think that if they go to the finals and win it, they would say, listen, we've proven that over the last 3 years, we've been the most dominant team in the Red Shark Premier League. And then for Mount Pleasant, it would prove that, listen, we can go to the finals as a newly promoted team and lift the trophy. So I think a lot of interesting stories would be for all 4 teams, but would be more excited for Mount Pleasant and Cavaliers finals.
That's interesting. I never really thought about that type of final. We got some comments in our YouTube page, some confusion about where the game's going to be. I like the past few weeks that we've been doing. This is just a pre-game show on YouTube and our Facebook. If you want to watch the full game, you can click the links in the description or go to Island Sports Network on the App Store or islandsports.net and sign up to watch the rest of the playoffs. It's a great production. You're going to get 12 cameras and all that stuff. So you can do that. We have a special promo code. If you type in playoffs at the discount, at the checkout, you're going to get it for $2.99 US or 400 Jamaican dollars. The whole playoffs, not just one game. The whole playoffs. So
that includes 4 games.
Yeah.
Both legs, semifinals, and then the finals.
Yeah.
That's a couple weeks from now.
Yeah. So you can head on over there to watch the full game. We're actually live right now on our website and our app, where they are showing some pregame footage of the past legs and doing their own little pregame show to the game coming up. So if you want to go now, they are live now. Game is going to kick off in another 20 minutes or so. But we ask you to please subscribe to our website and our app to watch the game if you want to watch it. If you want to ask us questions about the game, feel free. We're monitoring the YouTube chat. So we'll answer some questions to you guys. We have some people already cheering for Portmore. We want to know who you guys are cheering for. We want to know score predictions. Everything, and it's going to be an exciting game here at the National Stadium. My first Premier League game at the National Stadium. I've seen some national reggae boys, but not the Premier League. So, what do you think the atmosphere is going to be like here at National Stadium for the Red Shark Premier League, which is the first time here in the National Stadium in the semifinals?
First time in the National Stadium, and I honestly think that overall it's going to be just an exciting. The atmosphere is going to be intense, you know, and I think a lot of fans are actually shuffling in for the 8:35 match. The Waterhouse versus Cavaliers match. I think that match is going to have more of an atmosphere, so to speak, than the Portmore United match. Not to say that the Portmore United match will not live up to the hype. I mean, it will be a very interesting encounter. Newly promoted team, Donovan looking trying to prove himself once again. He did one better. Well, he was in the same position last year than this year because he was in the quarterfinals, went past Arnie Guns in the semifinals and almost with the trophy. So I think overall, it's not new for Donovan looking, and he'll be looking to do one better and lift the trophy. So I think the atmosphere is going to be intense, exciting. I can't wait to watch it, and I know you guys can't wait to watch it either, and just feel the excitement in the National Stadium, whether you're here or you're visiting our website or you're on our mobile app at the moment. It's going to be just crazy atmosphere.
And I want to say we got, for that promotion of the playoffs promotion, there's only 10 spots left. I just got word. There's only 10 spots left. If you use the promo code playoffs, you get $1 off. The next 10 customers who get that will be able to get to watch it for $2.99, 400 Jamaican dollars. And everyone else, you're going to have to pay full price. So it's only 10 spots left for using the promo code playoffs. Link is islandsports.net. Go check out, put in the promo code playoffs, and you'll get that discount. So yeah, the other thing I want to mention is that during our Instagram today, during the matches, if unfortunately you can't watch the game or any other way, you can go to our Instagram page. We'll be giving live updates throughout the game. Any good moments, we'll do a quick analysis on it, see how things are going, and try to keep you guys in the loop of what's going on in this game. So we got about 10 minutes to go before game time. I guess what we want to ask you is what's your sort of score prediction, and do you feel like any of these games are going to be dominated by one side, or do you feel like they're all going to be closely contested games?
I actually saw Nicholas Hamilton post on Instagram today what will be the match prediction. I think it's actually going to be a 1-1 draw between Portmore United and Mount Pleasant. If Portmore wins, they're going to win by about 2 goals. If they win. If Mount Pleasant win, they're going to win by 1 goal. The Cavaliers match, I predict Cavaliers to win by 2 goals to 1. I do think Waterhouse is a very good team, a great team. Tremaine Stewart firing on all cylinders this season. But I just think that based on the performance I saw from Cavaliers, especially in the first leg, I really think that it's their time to go to the finals this year. And their youth is now seasoned. They're youth, but they're experienced. A lot of them have been playing for a couple of years now. So I think that overall it's going to be 2-1 in favor of Cavaliers here and 1-1 between Mount Pleasant and Portmore United.
Okay, so I'm going to go with actually a draw between Mount Pleasant and Portmore. I think they're going to draw, I'll say 1-1. And I think Waterhouse is going to actually beat Cavalier today 1-0. But I'm going to take Cavalier in the series. So I'm going to say Cavalier is going to lose today, and next week they're going to win. And I'm going to say a Waterhouse versus Mount Pleasant final. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So, what's your prediction for the final?
Honestly, I want a Mount Pleasant Cavaliers finals, but I think that Portmore and Cavaliers is going to go to the finals. To be honest.
Okay. Interesting. And they actually, no offense to anybody, but they do say that Mount Pleasant and Waterhouse have more of the rabid fan bases. So, if it was Mount Pleasant and Waterhouse, I think the stadium could be close to capacity, but I don't want to count out Portmore and Cavalier because their fans are fierce. And I was in the jungle the other day when it was Cavalier versus it was Gunby Holden versus Cavalier.
Right.
When they were playing in the Arnett Stadium, and the Cavalier fans are just something else. They're very, very passionate.
Right.
So I want to also announce that after this game, we'll be doing a quick post-game show on our YouTube page here, and we'll also be doing it's a post-game / pre-game show for the next game, and then we'll be doing a post-game show at the very end of the night. So keep an eye on us. Keep an eye with us here today, and we have a lot of content coming for you, talking about some Premier League action. Also, we're going to announce that we have a podcast coming up this Wednesday. We're finalizing that, but we're hopefully going to be live with that this Wednesday. I'm going to give out some prizes, going to give out some credit, and just overall discussion of the Premier League. So again, if you're just joining us, I want to let you know that the game will be live on islandsports.net. or Island Sports Network on the App Store. So I guess we have about 6-7 minutes to go. What are your sort of overall final thoughts? What do you expect from this game? And do you feel that these teams deserve to be at this level? And do you feel like it's really going to bring heated matches to the semifinals?
Oh, definitely. I think that Cavaliers, even though they placed one place lower than last year, I thought they did brilliantly against the top teams. Waterhouse, Portmore United, you know, they did so well against them. So against Arnett Gardens as well. So I think that they did very well, especially against the top teams this season. Mount Pleasant, everybody expected them to be in the playoffs, and they made it. At one point, they were top. All teams that are in the finals now has won during the season been at the top. Portmore finished first. At one point, Waterhouse was first place. At one point, Cavaliers first place. And at one point, Mount Pleasant was first place. So these teams know what it's like to be on top and look down at the other teams. So yes, of course, they do deserve to be here. And we're going to see what they're going to pull out of their hat. I think that the team that wins, that coach will have a better tactical game. He would have won it tactically. So will Rudolph Speed win it tactically against Marcel Gale? Will Donovan Duki be tactically better than Trevor Thomas? We don't know, but tactical, if a team wins, it's going to come down to the tactics of the coach. And I think that is going to be the difference maker tonight.
So we got some comments coming in. Mr. Brandon Lee says Mount Pleasant Cavaliers, so he agrees with you. We have Kevin Genius who says Portmore going to the final, and he feels like it's going to be a rematch between Portmore and Waterhouse, which should be very interesting because I know during the press conference, Waterhouse was saying they want to really, get at Cavaliers' head because they want to see Portmore in the finals. Richard White says Dunby Holden and Mount Pleasant come to the Premier League, so Mount Pleasant the thing did. So I guess I'm sorry for my accent, but what he's saying is he thinks Mount Pleasant can, as they're saying, up and cup. That's what they're saying. So it'll be a great achievement if Mount Pleasant do up and cup. And I really think they can do it. So any final thoughts before we sign off here?
Guys, just to say thank you guys so much. We've reached 2,000 subscribers and it has been crazy. I last checked, it was about 2,020 subscribers to be exact. You guys have been supporting us all the way and we just want to say thank you. And look where it is. We're at basically culminating to the top of the top. The Red Stripe Premier League, first, second, third and fourth all went to the semi-finals. So many persons expected them to. The only hiccup was the Cavaliers Arnett game. But persons see that the persons who went to the semi-finals do deserve it. So it's going to be an exciting matchup between Portmore and Mount Pleasant. And then later on at 8:35 will be a very revengeful Waterhouse looking to go back to the finals and do one better and lift the trophy. They're going to face off against a hungry Cavalier team who was just bested by Portmore United last year in the semi-finals of the Red Stripe Premier League. So they'll be looking to do one better and go ahead and lift the trophy as well.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. I want to say if you ever see me here in person in Jamaica, I'll give you a free account to our website. So it's happened a few times already. People come up to me in Jamaica and they say, hey, I can't afford it, I can't do so, I can't have it. And I just give them an account for free. So if you see me in person, unfortunately I can't do it online because it's too many. But if you see me in person, I'll be able to give you an account for free. But thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys at the end of this game for post-game and pre-game of Arnett versus, sorry, not Arnett, Cavalier versus Waterhouse. I'm losing my voice. So thank you guys so much for joining us. It's going to be a great match. IslandSports.net. Use the promo code PLAYOFFS for $1 off or download our app, Island Sports Network. So thank you guys for joining us. We'll sign you off with a good view of the field, and we'll see you in a bit.
The defenders listed here are number 5, Ricardo Campbell. Number 3, Adele Ritchie. Number 14, Suela Macala. Number 13, Xavier Virgo. In the midfield, we have Evan Taylor, number 31. Ronaldo Rodney, number 17.
Okay.
Cardell Bembo, number 19.
Yeah, go ahead.
And the striking lineup is Portmore Sweeney, number 16. Johnny Fletcher, number 8. And Daniel Green,